Hello everyone and welcome to Inside Clackamas County from the Guide Dogs for the Blind campus in Boring, Oregon. I'm your host, Kimberly Jacobson, along with Clackamas County Commissioner Bill Kennemer.
Guide Dogs for the Blind is a tremendous asset for Clackamas County. They're also improving the quality of life for blind people right here in Oregon, as well as throughout the nation. But best of all, they're doing it without charging a cent.
That's right, this campus serves as a training facility for the guide dogs that come here, and it's also a dormitory for the many sight-impaired people who come here from all over to bring home a guide dog that's going to change their lives forever. Here's how the program works. Tiffany Wilson is a Paralympics gold medalist in the Pan Am Games for the long jump and the high jump, and a bronze medalist for the 100 and 200 meter dash. She is a school teacher, a mother of 3, and she is also legally blind. Guide Dogs for the Blind is a big part of her mobility and her independence.
A guide dog will help you get from place to place with dignity, hold your head up high, walk into a room yourself, walk out of a room, find what you need to get to, just independence, unbelievable independence.
Guide Dogs for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that serves to train dogs for the visually impaired with the goal of matching them up and then training people, visually impaired people, to go out and live their everyday lives using the dog as a mobility aid.
After 9 years, Tiffany's first guide dog, Melba, is retiring and will just be her pet. Today she will take her new guide dog, Vernie, back to her home in San Diego, California.
When you get your dog, you are with that dog 24/7. You take care of all its needs, and so it makes it very easy to bond in a way that you can almost read each other. And by the time me and the dog are a complete, perfect, melded team, I think he could probably read my thoughts if it got that far, and I could read his, so it's kind of neat.
But Vernie and all the other guide dogs have gone through many steps to get to graduation day. Their life as a guide dog begins before they are even born, with the careful selection of breeders based on traits and temperament ideal for guide dogs. Black and yellow Labrador retrievers, golden retrievers, lab golden retriever crosses, and German shepherds are carefully bred from specified dogs with desirable bloodlines at the San Rafael, California Guide Dogs for the Blind campus. When the puppies are about 8 weeks old, they are ready to be placed with their raiser families. At the Boring, Oregon Guide Dogs for the Blind campus, these families are waiting anxiously for a truck carrying a special delivery that will change the course of their lives over the next 14 to 18 months. What's it like not knowing this little furry creature that's going to be a part of your life for the next year and a half? The anticipation must be really great right now.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I've been trying to figure out what his name's going to be and all that kind of stuff. It's just kind of, you don't really know anything about him, so.
Well, the truck's pulling up, and inside are puppies that are waiting to be delivered to the arms of these puppy raisers. Obviously, the puppy raisers are very excited, and what's going to happen for the next year now is that these families are taking this puppy into their home, and they're going to raise the puppy not only as one of their own pets, but that puppy is going to go with them everywhere, to the schools, to the malls, to work. So the bond that they're developing is going to be very deep, but more importantly, the world that these puppy raisers are introducing to this pup is going to be absolutely instrumental for them to be able to be guides, because they're going to be comfortable being in malls and in restaurants and in stores, and that by the time they get out into the world as guides, it'll be old hat to them. It's no big deal.
Michelle, say hello to Cadillac. There's Cadillac, and did someone come with you?
My mom.
Guide Dogs for the Blind has over 1,000 volunteer puppy raisers throughout the western states.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hi.
Catherine, say hello to Chief. This is Chief.
Hey, buddy.
Chief will become an integral member of Catherine's Sherwood family.
I'm really excited. This is just amazing.
The Parkin family in Oregon City just received their 3rd guide dog puppy. Their first was successfully paired with a blind person, and their 2nd dog was selected for the guide dog breeding program.
We bring the dogs into our homes, and they become part of our family. They go with us wherever we go, to school, to work. They sleep with us in our bedrooms. everything. They just become an integral part of our lives.
Their involvement began with Stephanie's desire for a pet dog.
Well, I always wanted a puppy. I was just like, Mom, can I have a puppy? No. Can I have a puppy? No.
But then Mom found out about guide dogs for the blind.
I went to a few meetings, and I really liked it, and we got a dog.
Puppy raisers house train the pups, teach them basic obedience and good manners, and most importantly, socialize them to the world. Pierce already knows which toys are his to play with and the objects he's supposed to avoid.
Oh, good boy. Good choice.
So we set it up with his approved toys, and then we put out a forbidden objects, like a forbidden toy or sock, and if he chooses the right toy, we praise him. Part of the training is if he makes an incorrect choice, then we do a little collar correction.
Basic obedience also means not being distracted by everyone who wants to pet him, unless his owner says it's okay.
Hi, Bobby. Hi, Pierce. Wait. Good boy. Hey, Pierce. Good boy. Pierce.
Okay. So I release him with an okay command, and he knows it's okay to greet.
Once the guide dog vest is on and it's time for work, other animals cannot be a distraction either, no matter how big they are.
Pierce, you want to go say hi to the donkey? Let's go. That's enough. Hi, Pierce. Sit. Good boy. Hi, Jessie.
The Parkins farm has a donkey, chickens,
Pierce, sit. Good boy.
and one very big pig.
Good boy.
Our camera proves to be a distraction as well, but Pierce is quickly brought under control with a gentle collar correction. Pierce has only been with the Parkin family for a few weeks, and it's amazing how much he has learned. Maureen socializes him at work, and soon Stephanie will begin to take him to school.
Once they're about 4 months old, I can start taking them to school. And it's really great because the kids aren't quite sure, and there's lots of stuff going on.
I really enjoy being out and just seeing the public's enthusiasm about the dogs and talking and sharing about what Guide Dogs is about and about the mission of Guide Dogs. And it's really fun to see people's reactions. One time we were on vacation and some guy yells out across the street, thank you for doing that, and it's just, that makes it real rewarding.
Puppies and their raisers attend regularly scheduled club meetings where they learn about training techniques, meet other raisers, and participate in puppy excursions. Today, the puppy club meets at the Wilsonville Library for an educational outreach. It's fun for the kids to learn about the guide dogs, everything from how the raisers groom the pup to training the dogs to resist people food, even when it's French fries right in front of their face. Pierce enjoys the extra attention, and he's experiencing a new social situation. Lots of excited children. Puppy raisers also support each other with puppy swaps.
We trade our dogs, so I may take another raiser's dog and then I would give them mine in return. And that gives the dog an opportunity to be with another handler and to get used to being away from us. So when it's time for them to separate from us, that they are well adjusted.
It is also a way for other club members to evaluate how the dog's training is going. Keep in mind, this is the time when the dogs are supposed to make mistakes.
Good girl. She didn't take it. Oh, she did take it.
But she's not supposed to take
Not supposed to take it.
And then learn from them. It's all part of the training. It takes patience and lots of dedication and love. But the contributions of the puppy raisers are vital to the success of the dogs as guides.
They've got a whole lot going on, and the thought that they would take time out of their lives to raise a puppy, and raising a puppy means that they're taking all of the stuff that most people don't want to do, which is the potty training and the house behavior and things that's the hard part of having a dog, and putting all that dedication in it with their own busy lives, and then having the compassion to give it away and not know me. It's just unbelievable.
Raising the puppies is the first step. Then they come back here to the campus to be trained.
And you know, giving the dog up is bittersweet for many puppy raisers. They have to say goodbye to a loved family member, yet they know their dog is fulfilling its destiny, improving the quality of life for a blind person. Once the guide dogs are between 13 and 18 months old, the puppy raisers must release them back to guide dogs for the blind.
It's bittersweet, I think. It's sad, but it's a happy time too, because here you are. You feel really proud that you're turning over a dog that's well trained, and you really hope that they'll be successful and have a part in somebody's life or a part in, you know, continuing the guide dog legacy.
Here they will spend approximately 5 months in formal guide dog training. Guide dog trainers undergo 3 years of apprenticeship and rigorous testing before receiving their licenses, including being constantly blindfolded for 10 days and living in the campus dorms just like a blind person.
Midge, forward.
Bosley, forward.
The bulk of our time is spent with the dogs, teaching them the basics of how to work in the city environments and how to perform guide work in all sorts of environments that they're going to need to do as working guides. And then once they're fully trained, we bring students here for a 1-month course where they learn how to do everything from feed the dog properly to work with the dog in quiet areas, busy downtown Portland, downtown San Francisco, and do everything that we can to get them ready to go home and work with their dog in their actual home environments. Good girl, honey. Very good. Hop up. That's good.
Dogs are called man's best friend for good reason. They're long-time domesticated companion animals who are intelligent and have a disposition to please. This makes them the perfect candidate to help people with disabilities.
The act of guiding people around is really, really hard work, and there's no way we could force any animal to do it if they truly didn't want to. So the fact that dogs are so willing and so eager to please and work and be with people allows us to mold them into a companion that is able to happily work along with a blind person and stay with them. And if you ever imagine any dog that didn't want to be with you 24 hours, and they actually get to live out that dream.
Part of the training is learning to use a harness.
Forward. Atta girl.
And tell me how the harness helps.
Well, with the harness, I'm able to feel when she moves through this gentle curve, she's pushing me along and kind of cutting in front of me, and I can feel that movement through the harness handle. If she needed to stop suddenly, I would feel that, and if she needed to push me around, or she's actually doing a little bit of work keeping me separate from you to make sure that she's not bumping into you, but to make sure that I'm not bumping into you.
The harness also signals to the rest of the public that this is a service dog. You should never distract a guide dog or pet him without asking first.
Very good. Forward.
The process of training can last up to 6 months.
Left.
And the dog is constantly being evaluated.
Excellent, honey. Good girl.
They must be able to intelligently refuse commands.
Forward. Very good.
If the command puts the handler at risk.
Yeah, that's dangerous, isn't it? Nicely done, honey.
When the guide dog handler is at rest, the dog must be able to quietly sit near him. And when they are on the go, the guide dog must watch for dangers in front of them.
Good girl, Midge. Thank you. Thank you. Hop up. Excellent.
As well as obstacles above.
Oh, thank you, Midge. Good girl. Thank you. After about 4 to 6 months, they go through a series of what we call final tests, and we do blindfold routes in malls, we do blindfold routes around heavier traffic, and then a long blindfold route around some large busy part of town, and evaluate their readiness. And after they pass all of those, they're considered class ready, and then they are paired up with a person in class and trained with them for the next month.
You're giving us the opportunity to be ambassadors in our communities to demonstrate the blessing and benefits that Guide Dog provides.
These sight-impaired students have come from all over to spend a month at the In-Residence Guide Dogs for the Blind training program in Boring, Oregon.
The next thing we're going to do is just simply walk out and ask the dog come into a position beside the handler.
Here they will learn to work as teams with their new guides under the instruction of the licensed trainers. Guide Dogs for the Blind provides transportation, room and board, the cost of training, and all other services completely free of charge. the student leaves with a fully trained guide dog perfectly suited for their lifestyle.
We, by the time the dogs are ready for class, know their personalities really well. We know, if they're the type of dog that prefers traveling fast, if it's the type of dog that really enjoys working in dense populated areas, and we can match that to the person's lifestyle. Is this a person who likes to go faster or slower? What type of city environment do they live in? Do they have kids? We make sure to expose the dogs to all those different types of possibilities. And while every dog can do every facet of guide work, just like people, some are better suited to some areas than others.
After months of hard work with a trainer and a student, the dogs are rewarded with a special reunion on graduation day.
Graduation is absolutely a very emotional and really fun event. The students have completed all.
So I hope that gave you guys a little bit of an idea of what goes into creating this